Okay. Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. We're holding today in Chulin Daf and Tes. Sorry, Samches. Chulin Daf Samches. I apologize. Which is the beginning of the new parak, the fourth parak of Seches Chulin, parak Beheimo Hamaksha. So as a Agdama, maybe as a preview to the parak, just to mention one small thing, and that is the idea that when a animal is shechted, and you find in the animal a calf, a fetus, so the fetus does not require to have a shechita, because it's considered to be, we'll see more about it later in the parak. We have a din of nita b'shechita. We'll see what happens. We'll get to that. Actually, I think it's mutter as well. I don't want to say it with confidence. So the Mishnah says, Be'imo hamaksho leilit. You have a be'imo who is in the process of giving birth. So the baby is already in the process. Rashi says, B'shas shchito. It's happening doing shchito. Ve'oitzi ha'ubar is yodoi v'yichziru. The ubar took out his hand and put it back in. The din is mutar b'achila. He's allowed to eat the uber. Hoitzi is roishoy. If he took out his head, afapi shichziro yareze ki yalut. Even though he brought it back, too late. Now it's ke yalut. Choitech mi'ubar shebemeo mutar b'achila. If one took out, once the baby is born, so it doesn't work with the shechita of the mother. One went into the womb of the mother while the mother's alive. You cut a piece of the fetus. You can eat that piece. We mentioned this earlier in the Masechta, and then we're saying it again. If you cut a piece of the spleen or the kidneys, why? He's cutting a piece from a live animal. The Mishnah concludes, Zakra, this is the rule. If it's gufo, meaning if it's dover, then it's part of the body, and you take a piece of it, it's every minachai. If it's not dover shugufo, like a ubar, a fetus, it's an outside fact, a body. So then, if you take a piece of it, it's okay. Says the Gemara, even though we said that if you have a fetus that's taking out his hand, doing shchita, put it back in, you can eat the fetus, but not that hand that he stuck out. So you have an animal doing shchita, the baby, the calf, the fetus sticks out the hand out of the womb, puts it back in. Mishnah says you can eat the fetus, but you cannot eat the hand because the hand came out. So it's considered to be already not part of the process of labor. Came out. Right? And we'll see soon from a pasuk. My time I don't look really what's the reason. Maybe what Harry was bothered, more addressed right away. It says in the pasuk, Basar b'soda treifa lo yisoichelu. Anything which is basode treifa don't eat. Kivan chiyotzo boso chutze b'chitzoso neser. That's boso basode. Once this went out of its confines, so it's also. So they want nan beima makshaliled. Hoitzu b'sodo v'chziro mutu b'achilo. That's our Mishnah. My lava aver talking about the limb loya uber. Fetus is mutter, but not the limb. So if we're talking about the fetus, so even if you didn't bring it back, you have a fetus who stuck the hand out. The hand is asur, but the fetus is. So according to you, why you have to say he brought back the hand? The hand, I don't care what the hand is. Inside or outside will be asur. The hand is asur, and the fetus is mutter. So why have to tell me he brought it back? Says the Gemara, what the Avakav the Yechezkel? You're right. Really, even if you didn't bring it back, it will be a mutter the fetus, but not the hand. I mean the seifa, it says Roisha Bishich Zira Rezi Kiolud. You want to tell me the next part of the mission. If you stuck at his head, then he's already considered to be born. Then it doesn't work anymore. Time I Reisha zero. So why I said Ichzira? Because of the head. Says the Gemara, the Seifo, my Kamashma. What's the chiddush by a Seifo? By the Seifo, what do we say? You have fetus who stuck the head out of I think these are the new ones. I already has part of this morning. So you have a din. The Seifo, my Kamashma. What do you do with the Seifo? What's the Seifo? The Seifo is he stuck the head out. He's going to be born even though he brought the head back. Once that he's stuck out, he's going to be born. Says the Gemara, Tanino, we already know that. If a baby is born first, what is he? A bchor. There's two types of bchorus. You have here the expert in Maseches Bechorus. It's going to help us out. But you have two types of bchorus. You have one bchor lekehuna, and that depends on Beter Rechem, the first one coming out of the womb. And then you have bchor lenachlo, which depends on the first actual baby. As Rashi brings over here, the Gemara in Bechorus, that we learn from the idea that the father needs to be sad that he is gone. Koshe libur dove olav has to be sad. So the Rishis oinoi loshon aninus is sad. So if there is a miscarriage or a baby who did not came and met dead, so the father's not sad about him, and therefore he does not consider to be.
It's not necessarily miscarriage. It's Kiddush is that even if it comes out alive, but it's
we'll get to it.
It's called a navel.
Called a navel. If it wasn't a real baby, so then it doesn't have to enough.
Usually we think navel is you say miscarriage. Here, navel doesn't mean a miscarriage.
We didn't get to the Gemara. I'm just
It's stillborn.
So not Tanino, Ezu Bchor Lenachlo. Vein the Bchor L'Karanim. What's the Bchor for Nachlo? But not for Karanim. Habo Achar Nefolim. One who was born after a Nefil. That's what Moses says. Nefil means there wasn't a Bar Kayoma, it wasn't an existing baby. Havabi Shiyotzo Roy Shechai. Even though the head came out alive, the first one. Look, he didn't get to the 9 months. Even though he put out his head alive and he brought back, and then came out the baby which called Chadashov, so he still gets Bchor L'Nachlo, right? Or you have a full Kol Chadashov, he's 9 months pregnant, but then he came out dead. So then what? Then the next one will be Bchor L'Nachlo, because this baby the father doesn't care about, so the Bchor L'Nachlo goes to the next one. Time of the Rosh Hashanah after, because the first one came out and he's dead. But if the first one came out alive, still got his head, then even if he put his head back in, he's considered to be already born. He's the first. He's the bchor. Oh, if he's dead, he's not, because the father doesn't care about him. But if he's not dead, so even though he put his head out and put it back in, then another baby came out, the first one is bchor l'nachal. Why? Sticking out the head means he is born, even though he brought his head back. Exactly, that's what happened. That's what he's considered to be the bchor. The first one.
Did he stick out his head over there, or was it just his arm? Was it the arm?
The arm was sticking out, yeah. Maybe you'll tell me there's a difference between Adam and Behemoth. By Adam, we learned that the bchor is not a bchor if the whatever stick out the head is considered to be the born, even though you put the head back in. But maybe by Behemoth is different. Why? Why do you need to know both? The Adam and Behemoth lo yol. You can't learn Adam from Behemoth. Why not? The ain prosdor lebehemoth. Behemoth doesn't have prosdor. Prosdor means the thighs. When the baby is born by Adam, it goes through between the thighs of the mother. So as if you have your little longer hallway, called prosdor, hallway to get out. So therefore, you can't learn from Behemoth. Behemoth, you stick out your head because it's to be born. By Adam, stick it out. You're not born yet because it's still a little bit covered. Ubeim Adam lo yalta, you can't learn beim from Adam. The choshev parts pointing the day. Adam has a partzuf. His face comes out. It's a living person. But Behemoth, the head comes out. It's not a real living person. So what is the guy asking? Or says maybe I need one mishnah for Behemoth, one mishnah for Adam. So we learned this. It says Shilyo Shiyot. We're going to see this later. Shilyo Shiyot Miktsasa Sur Bachilo. When you have a shilya, shilya is the placenta, right? Placenta that comes out part of it came out. Asur b'achila. Why? Meaning the fact that you have the shilya, you're assuming there's a little vlad in there, and even whatever is inside b'shashkito, because it's a simon vlad, right? Because what we choshesh, maybe the head came out. So you see over here that the head comes out, it's considered to be a born. I already have a mishnah by name.
So it's a little different because it started off saying that you needed to say both because maybe they're different.
Right.
Now it's saying you didn't need to say both because they're really the same.
But see, even if you said both. You said it. You said it anyway. So I don't need another mishnah. So back to our mishnah. What does the Gemara say? The reason why I said that he put his hand out and then put it back in really doesn't matter. He put his hand back in or not. But by the head, I want to tell you they put his head back in. But by head, why have to tell me to put it back in? We already know that. That if once the head came out, he's considered to be born. So now they go conclude the question. You want to tell me that by the hand, I'm saying Yechezkel to tell you only when he puts his hands back. So then it's mutter. We talk about the hand, not about the fetus. Tana Seifa Duration. I spoke about the hand. I also mentioned it. Ela would love the ratio dafka, but love the Seifa dafka. If I don't tell you the ratio, because the ratio I know once you stick the hand out, the hand is also anyway. So I don't care if you put it back in or not. And the Seifa I don't care because the head I already know. Lama limit the klal. So why have to tell me that? So back to our question. Says the Uber. Really, when it says it's mutter b'achila, it's not the hand. Is the uber. So why does it say put the hand back? Says the Gemara, what is mokum chotoch? So here comes the interesting thing. When you have a hand that's sticking out, that hand is also b'achila. Whatever you have inside is mutter b'achila. What about the piece of the hand which is connected to the piece that's sticking out? On the doorway, on the border. So here the Gemara, that's what Hartman says. If the hand is out, so the border is included with the hand. If the hand is in, the border is not included with the hand.
Yeah, it goes in back in.
Yeah. So the border is not. If you look at Rashi says, you want to look towards the bottom, if he didn't put his hand back, you have to leave a little bit from the inside and take it out as well. The place of cutting, which is between the out and the in, also, standing in the border of the womb. For the Karina we learn from Behemo, the plus we say later, that you learn from there, that's not considered to be inside. That's what it says. So it didn't go out, but it's also not in. So if the head is sticking out, that piece is not in, not out. Not in, not out is a problem. But he brought it back in, it isn't. It never went out. As the Rashi ends. So it didn't go out. So if it's in right now, it's okay. So here's the of Kabina. If you have the fetus who took out his hand out, you cannot eat the hand, regardless if the hand is inside or outside. But there is enough Kabina if the hand is sticking out, we brought it back in. If the hand is sticking out, the border, Mokum Chotoch, is also. If you brought it back in, the border, Mokum Chotoch, is Mutter. That's why Mishnah says Yechezkel to tell you only the hand is also not the Mokum Chotoch. More brings other rice similar Toshma Beimo Hamaksho Leilit. You have a Beimo about to give birth. Hoitzi Ubar is Yodoi Yechezkel. The hand took it as if the baby, the fetus took it in his hand and put it back. Then he shook the mother. Imo mutor be'achil. Says the Gemara, shochet the imo v'achil. If he shook the mother and then the hand went back, he put his hand back. Also be'achil. He stuck his hand and he cut it. So whatever's sticking out is also. Whatever's inside is mutter. So the mashmos over here in the Bryce is only while it's sticking out is a problem. Right? That's the bride going to bring. If he shed the mother and then he cut it, now some chazul base. So the aver is considered to be, because it's already out, is considered to be an nevelo. And whoever touches it is called maga nevelo. It's not an nevelo, it's a treifa. But why? Because the shchita, we'll see this, like, come on, the shchita does help the aver that's sticking out not to be nevelo, but to be treifa.
When did he touch the
Right now, when it's sticking out,
before?
after death. After the death of the mother. So the aver's touch. So that was the price, so we'll get back to that. He stick on his hand and put it back. You can eat it. My lava aver, you can eat the limb. Question what we said before, you can't eat the limb. Says more lawyer Uber. Can eat the Uber. Let's go to the next part of the price. If you check the mother and then he put it back, it's also. Why are you saying the Uber is also? Uber's not also. Uber's not when it's in the womb of the mother. So the more you have to come to the same answer we said before. In other words, duration the same, that's of Camino. If you brought it back, it's mutter. What's it? If you're sticking out, it's also what? Mokum chotoch. The place of cutting, the border. Bring another brayso. Avimi came with the following brayso. Parso ichzir, he put it on one leg and brought it back in. Ochel. Parso ichzir ochel. To get two legs and brought it back in, you can eat. We learned this in the pasuk because it's two psukim. It's a combat by Hemo. Mafresis parso. V'shesat shtei prosos malas ger. It says proso parso. Why it says loshen yochid, loshen rabbi? Why? I tell you, it doesn't matter if one leg is out or two legs are out. My love ichzir parso echol parso. Lo ichzir parso echol lubar. What does it mean? If he brought back the leg, you can eat the leg. If he didn't bring back the leg, you eat the rest of the fetus. So Masha could eat the leg and not only if he brought it back. Says more you bore my ear yichsef your tsunami. Same question I had before. So I told you when he brought it back, you can eat the fetus. You can eat the fetus in any case. Here's the answer, right? It's so many times we say, like Rav Nachman Yitzchak said, like Rav Nachman Yitzchak said, where did Rav Nachman Yitzchak say it? Said it? Here. Talk about Makom Chatoch. Says the Gemara, V'atrei koi kanosi lo. We have two psukim. One for one leg, one for two legs. Ma'ilad chad le'ever chad le'Makom Chatoch. I want to tell you that the Makom Chatoch is mutter. I want to tell you that the Ever is mutter. So I get a right answer. They say the Ever is also. Lo chad le'Makom Chatoch v'chad le'kolut b'mei poro l'midah b'shem. Meaning no. The fact that we said prosa yichse lav dafka. Prosa yichse, one of them is to tell you that the Makom Chatoch is mutter. The other is to tell you a whole different case. Something else. What? You shecht a cow, and you found in the cow an animal that doesn't have split hooves. It looks like a cow. The Gemara is going to call any animal that doesn't have split hooves for the purpose of our sugyas. It's called a cow, because a camel doesn't have split hooves and does ma'alegeru. So, right. So find an animal in the cow who's not split hooves, you can eat it. What's the chiddush? Because there is a mandama that holds that if it was born, you can't eat it. That's the chiddush. Look at the Gemara. Chad lekolut, kolut means it doesn't have split hooves. B'mei paro, in the womb of the paro. If it was born also. So that's what parsa. That's what you say. Parsa and parsos. Parsos tell you that if it's sticking out, you can eat it. Parsat tells you even if it has only doesn't have split hooves, it has only one closed hoof, is considered to be kosher in the meaning. I don't know. What was this speak about? I don't remember. One yes, one I don't know.
Partly gives birth to a gamal. It's
Yeah, but what if it's a chazir? He gives birth to a chazir. It's a different. I don't know. So he comes to argue. He says the limb is also mutter. Until now, we said the limb is also. Only the fetus is mutter. Ula says the limb itself is mutter. So Rabbi Shmuel said differently. Says, I respect Rabbi Shmuel so much. Halavai could take from the sand of their cave and put it in my eyes because I max them so much. Interesting chidok. Can you take the sand of a cave and use it for your own purpose? It's a big school to put it on your eyes. I max Rabbi Shmuel very much, but it says anything which it says Basar Basada Trefo, we learn from here anything that went out of its place, like Kodesh or an Aver, Basad, it's out of its place. Spoke about Chatos, the one out of its place. It says even if it came back, it's also Chatos with the bread. Talk about Chatos, we learn that if you came back, you can't eat it. Of a kol milik on the hodu shari. You brought it back, it's mutter. So the limb is sticking out, bring it back in, it's mutter. Says the Gemara, so that's what he comes to dash. So more brings so the question you had before. No, this is a different question. Sorry. By bikurim you have to eat in Yerushalayim. If it went out of Yerushalayim and brought it back, you can still eat it. Maybe also here, if you stick out and came back in, it's okay. What do you learn for treifa? An animal's treifa, it's over. Come on, can't do anything about it. So the Bryce says clearly, once it goes out, it's gone. Tiyufta du'ulo tiyufta. This Bryce says a right against Ula. Okay, it's why Machlik is where a Bryce like Ula. One more we just mentioned, the what? That if they go out and they come back in, it's okay. Where do we find that? You can't eat the Ma'aser Sheni in any city. You have to bring it to Yerushalayim. Only you can't eat outside, but inside you can eat it even though it came out in there. They say that our sugi a little differently. Meaning when an aver comes out, it's considered to be born. When a limb comes out, it's not born. Very similar to the previous case. If it's born, it's finished. If it's not born, you can bring it back in. So now, what's the difference between the loshon we said till now and the shares that we say now? What happens? Here's the case. You have the baby, the womb, the fetus, stick out a hand out of the womb, but only half a hand. What about the half a hand which is inside? According to the first sugya, till we learned till now, it's mutter. Only what's sticking out is also. Everything else is mutter. According to the second girsa, Yeshiva delevarim, this aver, this limb is considered to be born. The hand was born. So I don't care the half of the hand is still inside. The hand is already born. You can't eat the hand even inside. That doesn't say Yeshiva delevarim, or you say Yotzov Yichz. So anyway, by Luli, Divarim ain't laid the levarim. The one that says that if there's no birth, take out the hand, like to be born. Took it out. And then he brought it back in. So there's no ladle levarim, but every aver there's no ladle. So he took out a hand, put it back in, no ladle. Took out the other hand, put it back in, no ladle. Took the leg out, put it back in. Another leg out. The fetus took out the majority of his body, but not in one shot. It's like you take a shower in the 9 days or Chol Hamoed. hand, leg. The entire body was out, but not in one shot. But actually, Shimon the room. Yeah, I know for the room. Well, Meister Roiv came out. Some of the Ivorim. So it's considered to be born. Or Dilma maybe came back. Once, in other words, the hand came back, so it's gone. That part is not considered to be out. If it's on the command, take on his hand and he cut that. It says Yodo. Then he took another hand and cut it off. Actually, Shimon the Ruber Mahu. Now, nothing the Ruber. Now the majority is out. Or Dilma Ruba Sakas Baina. Oh no, it's not considered out. Because he took on one hand, cut it. Another hand, cut it. So another leg, cut it. Eventually you have the roiv, but there was never a roiv in one shot. So as they consider to be born or not, that's what the Gemara has a suffix. Toshmas is the one that says just a few more lines over here. Zaklal used the rule. That's the end of our mission. What does the Mishnah say? Depends if if it's part of the body and came out and you cut out of it, it's also. If it's not part of the body, it's mutter. Says the Gemara, what is it coming to add? Meaning a naver. In other words, that most of it came out, and some of it stayed in. And that will be the case. Maybe that's what's coming to add. So in other words, it says she'einu guf was mutter, that will be mutter. So no. What we said before, kol b'mei par, you open the womb and you find an animal does not have split hooves. When do you say that it's more also? So I'm saying that's what it means. In the womb, whatever is not gufa is mutter. Any fetus in the womb is mutter, even though it doesn't have split hooves. Full mutter. That's what is coming to add. But not the case we spoke of already over here. And the Gemara does not answer the suffix that we had in the end of this daf. So go, we'll stop over here. Everybody should have a wonderful night.